We'll deal with David Moyes and David Sullivan later. I'll do a double upload today. This video. This video needs to deal with the players. The players were atrocious. There were so many bad performances that by the time I've gone through the individual failings, there's not going to be any room to articulate why it's really important that Sullivan and David Moyes depart the football club. We'll deal with that later. Let's just get back to this pathetic performance. If you think I'm a little bit feisty at the moment, it's because as I record this, the 15, 20 minutes after the final whistle, I'm a bit grumpy, I've been a bit under the weather, sore throat and all the rest of it. That being said, I'm not going to overly blame my mood on the sore throat. I'm going to blame my mood on what I just saw on the telly there as West Ham capitulated against Newcastle. I don't want to give a sort of just a match report. I've made notes, I have to. There's 6 goals, you know. We were good in the first 5 minutes. Let's tell you that. We were good in the first 5 minutes. Then we conceded. We conceded 2. I'll talk you through the goals because there's so many individual errors in this game. But after we conceded the early 2 goals, first couple of goals, I thought it was going to be 6 or 7. I actually went on a half-time show with Charlie and said, phew, that was lucky, because we pulled it back to 2-1 at half-time. I thought, phew, that was lucky. Oh, I was worried it could be 5 or 6. Well, it turned out to be precisely that, because we were going to, we took another dip as well. The other reason I want to keep it separate is I do feel Moyes was let down by his players, and that's why I want to keep it separate here. But that's not to... You'll hear it in the other video. That's not to say that Moyes is blameless here. Far from it. And I mean, he's lost it. He just has lost it. And I just think you don't get these individual errors if the manager's got full control of what he's doing. Anyway, sorry, I'm finding it really hard not to talk about that. First goal, who was marking Wilson? Well, first of all, Kehrer headed it out, conceded a corner. He had no need to. He had all the space in the world around him. Silly mistake. Made Kehrer nervous for the whole remainder of the game. And, what can you say? They had a corner. Corner came through Emerson. Emerson did head it away, to be fair. Ball came in from Saint-Maximin. Saint-Maximin dropped the shoulder, twisted past Benrahma. I don't have a massive issue with that, per se, because... Benrahma's not a defender. He was stood in the position he was meant to be in. He got twisted, he got turned. When the ball came in, Paqueta was marking Callum Wilson initially, and he lost his marker. So was Kehrer at fault? Yes. Was then Paqueta at fault? Yes. But why is Paqueta earmarking? Why is he marking Wilson? I don't understand that. Here's the other thing. Do I think that either one of the 2 centre-backs could have got Wilson? Yes. Should they have highlighted the danger? It's not like just that Wilson lost Paqueta. Paqueta lost Wilson. They could have noticed that was happening. Thought Zouma could have dealt with it. Didn't deal with it. 1-0. The second goal was Joelinton, who caused us all manner of bother. We thought it was offside. It wasn't offside. Emerson was playing him on. I actually thought technically, even possibly Kehrer was, but the way he was leaning and all the rest of it, he definitely was onside. But there was a ball through the middle. That ball through the middle, by the way, that was on all day. The long ball. This is the thing. We were getting unpicked by long, simple balls. By the end, it was easy. Right near the end of the game, they were trying it so much, this long ball round the back of our defence. I'm not talking about the 5th goal. Even after that, they tried for a cheeky 6th. Did you get a cheeky 6th goal? I guess you do. They tried for a cheeky 6th goal just with these ridiculous long passes. They wouldn't even attempt this against most teams. That's how open we were at the back. Anyway, it was just poor. It was a poor goal all around. What the centre-back, poor defending again from the 2 centre-backs, I thought, but Newcastle's second, Joelinton's goal. They then played... I thought they were going to just steamroller us. There were the odd good save from Fabianski. 2 good saves, actually, to be fair. 2 good saves from Fabianski. I thought they were all over us at one point. We managed to get back into it. Because we had a few players, I thought Antonio was battling well. I thought Benrahma's head never dropped. He kept on trying to dribble past him, and I thought Bowen was getting the better of his marker, Dan Burn, every single time. So we had an outlet, and that sort of allowed other players to start to get into the game. Mainly Declan Rice and Paqueta, not dominate the game, but they weren't completely failing at everything they did, but there was still this massively shaky defence behind them. We got a goal because it was a good set-piece routine. Antonio bothered the goalkeeper, Pope, a decent-ish delivery from Bowen. Bowen played well, by the way, in the game. I thought it was a little close to Pope because he's very good at catching it, but I think Antonio put him off enough. Zouma scored a good headed goal. Went in at 2-1, think, okay, well, maybe we can do something here. Maybe we can. We came out at half-time. Awful defending. I would not ordinarily say the worst defending you'd ever seen, but you might have seen equally bad defending in this game. Never mind ever seen. Awful. Truly, truly awful. A horrendous pass, a bit of distribution from Fabianski. Horrendous. I often give players like a pass, not a get a gel free pass. I let him get away with certain stuff, and I couldn't help but look at Fabianski. Well, his distribution was crap. Well, what can I do? I sit here on so many videos and say I want Areola in the team because of Fabianski's distribution. Was I wholly surprised that he gave a Gerd a hospital pass? No. That's what he does. So it was atrocious goalkeeping. A Gerd, here's the thing, what a Gerd should have done is a Gerd should have, well, whoa, what is that ridiculous pass I've just got from Fabianski? Let me hoof that up the field. He didn't. He tried to be skillful. This is exactly how he got injured, by the way. Not with a bad pass, but he tried, after a little mistake against Rangers, tried to get a little bit skillful and get himself injured. Anyway, tried some skill rather than... What he should have done is he should have hoofed that ball and he should have had a go at Fabianski. Instead, he tried a little bit of skill. He got dispossessed. It was pathetic defending from a Gerd. And they scored 3-1 right at the start of the second half. You'll know this. You'll have seen the game. Killed us. Any hope? I was actually hopeful at half-time. I thought, we've got a bit of momentum. We might be able to get into this. And I don't blame David Moyes for that particular bit because he would have given a team talk at half-time or whatever. I guess that would have all been over. Whether David Moyes' team talk was any good or wasn't, I don't know. We'll never know. That's why I want to keep the David Moyes stuff separate. From this about the player. So this is, as you say, 7 minutes. Still not got through it all. We're still at 3-1. Oh my words! A ridiculous goalkeeping, by the way, for their fourth goal. Newcastle's fourth goal. He made loads of substitutions. Moyes made loads of substitutions. 4 subs. Who did he bring on? Brought on Downs. Brought on Howe. He brought on Cornet. And he brought on Ings, but he took off Antonio. We'll deal with that. That's for the David Moyes video. Later on. Stay on track. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm talking to me, not talking to you. Stay focused. I'm a bit annoyed, as you can tell. I know you're annoyed as well. It's not just me. I know you're annoyed. Isak's goal. Long ball, again. They love it. Love the long ball, didn't they? They were at it all day. Honestly, we were so weak at the back. That long ball was there all day. All day long. I said it on the half-time show, half-time in the watch-along. I said it in there. I said that long ball's there all day long. They'll keep doing it, and they kept on doing it. Good luck to them. Why wouldn't they? Get really annoyed, actually. Because I'm not... I'm not... Gio's really sharp tactically. I'm not, I'm not. A bit more reactive, maybe. I'll get annoyed if I can see something tactically happening on the pitch and wonder why David Moyes hasn't seen it or why defenders haven't seen it. It was there all day long. Anyway, ridiculous goalkeeping, the way Fabianski came out. I mean, directly responsible for 2 goals, Fabianski. Just terrible. Doesn't matter. I'm assuming doesn't matter. He'll still get the gloves. Just the way Souček can play as badly as he wants. It doesn't matter. No, there's no consequence. Yeah. Poor Areola. If Areola, honestly, must have handed in a transfer request by now. You must do. 4-1. What was 5-1? Long ball. There you go. Fancy that. Long ball out to Joelinton. Howe was out of position at this point. Paqueta was dispossessed, trying to... Not like dispossessed right in front of the goal, dispossessed like on Newcastle's 18-yard box. That's how long a ball it was. It felt like that. I might go back, but it was well inside. It was in the final third, Newcastle's third of the pitch. We were attacking, I guess. All throughout this, Bowen has continued to try and attack. By the way, so a fair play. I do want to say that about Bowen. Long ball into the position where Soufal should have been. Joelinton scored a goal. 5-1. 5-1 at home. A home game. We lost 5-1 at our own bloody stadium. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I don't know what to say. Clearly I do, because I've been saying words for the last 10 minutes. But I'm as gobsmacked as you can be if you're able to speak for 10 minutes. So clearly not gobsmacked. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted by that. The other reason I thought I'd leave the Moyes and David Sullivan roasting, whatever you want to call it, is there's still some sort of hope for me that something will get done. So maybe I upload this in the morning, and then by the time, like later on this afternoon or this evening when I do the David Moyes video, maybe he's gone by then and I don't have to release it and I end up recording another video. Maybe. But that is pathetic. What we just seen was absolutely pathetic. And so I wanted to dig those players out, and there are a number of them who were just terrible. The back line and the defending was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. How dare they serve that up? And then anyway, look, sorry, it's very hard. I just want to then go. It's hard. It's hard to discuss the team independently of the manager. So you will have to excuse me. So actually, I'm going to draw a line under it there. I'm going to leave it there. That's what I thought about West Ham United 1, Newcastle 5. As one of our games in hand, the other game in hand is against Man City. I mean, shudder to think. By the way, if we defended like that against Man City, it might not, because Man City possibly wouldn't play those long balls all the time, sort of through. Who knows? I mean, it's a suck the joy out. No, I don't mean the game. It's suck the joy out of watching the team at the moment. It's terrible. They look broken. They look fragile. They look, honestly, like deer, all like a bunch of deer caught in a headlight. Herd. It's not a bunch, is it? Herd of deer caught in a headlight. Absolutely petrified. That's what our players look like. Absolutely petrified. Not all of them. As I say, I thought Benrahma never let his head drop. Bowen still went for it. Antonio tried to battle. I thought Rice tried to push the team forward. I thought Paqueta, despite there were a couple of errors in there, he tried to make something happen, and there were some decent-ish moments from him. He didn't completely lose the plot. Emerson made mistakes as well, but I think I was, still pleased to see him putting in some tough tackles. He didn't give up, but oh my goodness, terrible. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later probably to moan about David Moyes and I'll do more than moan about David Moyes and David Sullivan. I'll tell you that.